For the portrait critique, I have decided to look at the pictures created by Hannah Henderson. When I first looked at the images she created, I thought they were really nice. I feel that they really focus in on her model and that the images are very flattering. I know for my work I capture images at random, so my models did not have a lot of time to pose. I also thought the background was very nice. Hannah has her model posing on what looks to be a boardwalk on the ocean. I'm thinking this picture was taken in either California or Texas. It looks like the pier is empty, so maybe no one else is out there or the area is secluded. The model was intended to be the main focal point, and you can clearly see this. The rest of the background is blurred in order to draw your attention to the model. Because the focal point is the model, it is hard to really see details of the background. For me personally, I prefer this approach. I like backgrounds to either be solid or blurred unless they really contribute to the image. I think Hannah's idea to blur the background really made her model stand out. The first technical component I noticed in the photo is the lighting. This picture seems to have been taken around midday, but it could have also been just before the evening began if daylight savings had already started. The light is natural and not too much. I feel that the lighting gives off a summery vibe that adds to the photo. Next, I feel like the colors in the photograph really work. The model's shirt and her sunglasses match, and the subtleness of her necklace fits in well against the background of the pier. They are contrasting, but not too much. During the composition module, we talked about patterns and how they can add to a photograph. I think the posts that make up the boardwalk in the photo, add to the playfulness and summertime vibes of the photo. Or we can look at shape as a compositional element. We see this in the clouds included in Hannah's pictures. They take up space and form certain shapes while not taking away from the focal point of the picture. I really enjoyed this picture because it is pleasing to look at, but it also seems like it could be found on social media. I feel like it does not really show a glimpse into human nature. I looked through all of Hannah's pictures and I felt like they were all the same. I think that these pictures were mainly taken during her vacation while she was on spring break. It would have been nice to see some images that explore different concepts other than college students on spring break. While her pictures were very similar, they were all nice. They all focus in on the model and not so much the surrounding area like you requested. The editing that Hannah did was very nice and definitely added to her photos. She really used her knowledge of compositional elements to add to her work. I just would have liked to see some photos that weren't so staged. It would have been nice to see the personalities of her models really shine. I feel like her photos were really just her taking pictures of her friends on vacation so they would have something to post on their social medias. It would have been interesting to see maybe pictures of people she did not know and how they reacted to her asking for a picture. Or if she went out of town, it would have been nice to capture images of the locals. What are they like? What do they do for fun? I feel like these pictures would have been a nice look into the everyday life of the people who live in that particular area. Hannah could have come up with some concepts to help inspire her work instead of just doing the basic ones of her friends. When doing my assignment, I decided to come up with big ideas and concepts first and then take photos. This made it easier to be on the lookout for certain people. I was able to really capture people doing things or in certain locations that really gave a look into that person's life. Overall, I enjoyed Hannah's photos. I just wish it was less staged and a little more realistic.